Hang on guys, one sec. Yeah, hi Mark, let me just put this, there we go, hands are a bit. Oh, hands are a bit frosty there, it's a bit nippy. Oh, so anyway, I'm in this beautiful, I was last here in summer, beautiful then. Still lovely now, lovely and frosty. All the grass is frosty. But this is a great spot, guys. Free parking as well. It says you can't, well, nothing saying that you can't stay all night. So I stayed here last night. I'm gonna have a little search. Apparently there's a fault. Last time I was here, there's apparently some kind of fault here. Look at that view though. This is all of Surrey. So it's on top of Reigate Hill. You can see here there's all people. There's a little coffee shop over there. People come in to walk their dogs, don't they? But this is a great site. This is like like in those American films, those old American films, and they take the dates to like Lovers View or something like that. Like a cliff top sort of like place. That's basically this place. You come in at night. There's all like young couples and they take their dates here and shit like that. Probably dogging as well, who knows. But it's a great spot if people can. The sun is kind of just shining on here, but it's a great view. I don't think people are going to be able to see properly because of the sun glare, but it's all of this. So yeah, so we're going on a little walk. For your view, for your enjoyment of this view, WRJ 1872. Oh, the Rees Jeffrey Road Fund. WRJ 1872 to 1954. So there we go. It's a great view. That's the best view. Obviously the camera doesn't do it justice. So yeah, so all of that. Just test the chat, see if it's working now. Let's just put in that. All the photos I take as well, I'll put them on Instagram. I just want to see if this is working first of all. So I was in my van, there's bad connection. Yep, cool, it's working, brilliant. People just want to say, because whenever there's no chat, I always think, oh shit, is it frozen or something? So let's have a little look around. It says up there, it says Reigate Fort, North Downs Way, Front Line Military Trail. No signs there. So we're going to have a look, we're going to find, because last time, I had a barbecue here last time in summer with this girl at the time, so we had a barbecue here. And it was lovely. So experiencing now the cold weather of it. You've got a little path to this directions of compass and all that. So Winchester 55 miles, Reigate Heath, Lee Hill 9 miles, Reigate Priory. It's the Chanterbury Ring, Crawley 7.5 miles, Brighton 30 miles straight, Gatwick 7 miles, Earlswood Common, Red Hill Common, Eastbourne 40 miles, Red Hill that way, Dover 66 miles, Canterbury 59 miles. You know what, I'm actually glad there isn't a London one. I think that's done on purpose. Yeah, London's a shithole. So yeah, so presented to the people of Reigate by the Rotary Clubs of Reigate and Reigate Hill to mark the ceremony of Rotary International 2005. So yeah, so it's really quiet. Like I said, the picture, the sun is the sun glare as well, but you really just have to be here to see what this is. Really beautiful. So yeah, let's go on a little adventure. Then I've got to get on the road, guys, because I've got to do the show tonight. I've got to be places. There's a little coffee shop here called Junction 8. So it's a nice little place. Cool little, if you're local in Surrey, like I said, it's just a small place, Reigate Hill. But it's a lovely little beauty spot. So you can stay there. It doesn't say you can't stay overnight. Even if it did, it's not really enforceable. But I mean, it's not like there's a traveller community constantly living there. People might stay a night and then piss off, go continue. Now, stairway to nowhere. What's that all about, guys? Kind of looked like that was a path. Well, I think it is actually. Let's see, let's go the unconventional way. See where it goes. Oh, I could have just gone there. Yeah, it's a bit fresh today, guys. All white. So I don't know what the signal's going to be like, guys, in here. So it might cut out. I want to use my mobile data, so it might cut out. But I was actually surprised last night because my little Wi-Fi hub thing's not working. That's the thing that sort of boosts my signal within my van. Usually got to keep it next to the window though, just to get the maximum out of it. But I was shocked. I thought being in Reigate Hill, there would be no signal. But some strange reason, I was just in my bed, just lying on my bed, and everything was working, YouTube, etc. So, really good signal in Reigate Hill, surprisingly. Even inside a van, which is even more shocking. Because most of the time it's like a Faraday cage, when you close that van door, unless you've got good internet connection within, which costs an arm and a leg. And I live a very humble lifestyle now, guys. Don't even have a TV in my van, which I don't want anyway. This is someone's private field here, this barbed wire. So, there's no cattle or anything on there. So, won't go in there because it's just, well, there's nothing here really, but I want to find that fault. day today? Wednesday. Yeah, so I've got to do my show later. Got no guests on today because maybe I'll try and get one quite sudden. Now that I know I've got a place, I thought, because on a Wednesday it's only an hour, so I can get away with it in the back room of a pub, let's say, something like that. Because Wednesdays are usually pretty dead in pubs, but Thursdays I do need a place. So I try not to have a guest on a Wednesday, but I've got 2 tomorrow and possibly even 3. And maybe I'll try and get someone on tonight because I know I've got an actual, it's someone's house, do you know what I mean? It's someone's flat. So, a bit more stable connection. Yeah, hey Ron, hey Greg, you alright? Lisa. Yeah, so, whoop. Let's finish that frozen puddle there. Yeah, so, beautiful day. Snowing a bit. I was in Red Hill yesterday. It was snowing a bit. So go to a Spoons and I can feed you. I probably won't be eating till about 3 o'clock today. Because so I try, because I was a bit of a naughty boy last night, and I ate something at 11. Just felt peckish suddenly, so I'm trying to have a 16-hour fast, so I won't eat now till 3 p.m. just to try and keep the weight down in it. Plus I do all these walks and stuff, you know, so I try and match that together. So I won't be. I don't think I'll be going to the Spoons or Lisa today. I don't think I'll have any, unless something changes. But I've sort of made a loose plan today of what I'm doing. You know, I think I've actually been here. See, I've got to so many places, guys, that you know Dawkins stream yesterday, when I was saying they have a giant cock, a giant cockerel. I was going, they've got a giant cockerel statue in Crawley. It's not, because when I was leaving Dorking yesterday, it's actually Dorking. There's a big roundabout and there's just a giant silver cockerel statue in the middle of their main roundabout. And it's just everywhere. What is their obsession with it's like their gods, they worship this giant cockerel as their god. But yeah, I've been Dorking before. I didn't realise. I just go so many places. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been. I did that with Wye the other day, the village of Wye in Kent. See, I confused it with Who. There's a Who and a Wye. So that's why I've confused it. It's Who I've never been to. Anyway, look, here's the. I've been to this fort before. Now that I remember, I never did a live stream to it though. I was about 3 stone last year, eating only 1 meal a day in the evening. Yeah. So this is the fort. I've been here, but again, I never did a live stream. It was just photos I took. I thought for some reason I didn't go to the fort, but I didn't further go down that way, so I'm going to go down that way after this and then turn back. So this is the abandoned fort. That's now basically just rotting away as a museum. You know, we should turn it into a migrant camp, perhaps. That's probably what they're going to do in the future. So, this is the magazine storage. Stores of ammunition were kept. It was the most protected and important buildings of the complex. Work here was highly skilled and dangerous. Yeah. Royal artillery would rely on what was stored here to supplement their own reserves should an invasion occur, working methodically and with extreme caution. Ammunition experts would have worked from 2 main rooms, the cartridge store and the shell store, both connected by a passage. Ventilation was vital to keep humidity and temperature levels controlled and to keep the ammunition in good condition. Ammunition was kept in wooden boxes to allow it to breathe. The fort keepers lived in the 2 cottages just outside the fort, although updated now with a modern addition to the next door. You can still see them here. Safety was the key. The magazine light from candles from spars as they were never taken into the main chambers. The corridors, lamps glazed over the paint of spar. Ammunition experts would work in gloomy conditions with a constant fear of being blown up should they make a mistake. Wow, what a great job. The job of being possibly blown up. An added safety feature was that of the lobby where men were required to change from their everyday clothing into spark-free cotton pyjamas and slippers. They were only allowed to enter the chambers to carry on with their dangerous work once they had confirmed that they were wearing no metal items. So, yeah, wow, what a shit job. What's this? It's like a tool shed, yeah, tool store, just for shovels and everything, axes. And got a little old bike in there. So great view from here. Might just take some shots. Play a decent game of football there, can you? Nice and flat. It's the ammunition bunker there. Magazine bunker, whatever you call it. Great view there. Again, the camera doesn't do it justice what I'm seeing. And then top it off, you got this beautiful tower here at the top of the natural, not natural, but the, what's the word I'm looking for, the somber atmosphere of it. Top it off with a beautiful telephone tower, what the hell it is. Yeah, North Downs, that's what it is, yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. You think? Look, what do you guys think about staring at the sun? Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I heard some people say, actually, you should stare at the sun for like a minute or something to get that sunshine into your soul. BBC Radio Communications. Okay, right. Okay. Really, someone take it down. It's the state mouthpiece broadcasting their bullshit. We've seen all that post office scandal. I know that's ITV, but that's, you know, I'll be talking about that tonight as well. That is that in itself is a scam. Like the scam already. I believe what's going on there, because I knew about that for years, by the way. All that whole post office scandal. That was like an open secret when I used to work in the post office. It was an open secret. Everyone knew about it, right? And what I think it is that I generally believe that it's not, that Horizon is not an accountancy blip. I think that there was money going missing, but it's gone into the civil servants kind of pockets. You have to understand, guys, is that all of the civil servants, all the government officials, etc., they are crooks. They're just, you have to start seeing them as organised criminals. So I believe that there was money going missing, but it went straight into civil servants' pockets and other government officials. Because civil service really run this country, guys. People don't know. It isn't Sunak, isn't any MP, anything like that. It's the people behind the curtains. It's the civil service who advise, and I say advise, I mean dictate what MPs do. Because isn't it funny when you think about it logically? How can all of these politicians of vastly different political philosophy parties, not just in the UK here, but around the world, whether it's the Democrats in America, whether it's the Labour Party here, the Conservative Party here, Lib Dems, Green, whether it's the Liberal Party in Canada, how is it that they're all saying the same thing? It's because there is a world network of basically civil servants who basically tell them what to say. They're all stupid. They don't know anything. All these politicians are they're not selected because of their intellectual prowess. They're selected because of their willing to regurgitate. Because they all say the same thing. Now, how's it possible that they all say that? Like, most of the public think that men are men and women are women. There is no transgender stuff. You know, that's all fictional, which it is. Yet they all say the same thing. How's it possible? Because the civil service are advising them. I say advise, I mean telling them what to say. So they've all had a hand in that post office scandal. Obviously, the sub postmasters are the fall guys, and the reason why they're heavily prosecuted because, well, guess who runs the state prosecution? It's the civil service, isn't it? So of course they're going to come hard down on them. It's all. You remember when I say the state is your enemy? I don't mean that. I don't mean that with a pinch of salt. I mean that very literally. Post office was the state, is the state really. It's got 51% sharehold. You've got all the Crown Prosecution Services who prosecute them all. They're all the state. Civil Service, they are the state. So it's all those people. I reckon there was money disappearing. And isn't it funny as well? So, like I said, everyone knew about this for years. It was an open secret. Everyone knew about the whole, oh yes, scam. Yeah, we know that those sub-postmasters didn't do that, right? Why is it now it's being released? Why is it now? That's been going on for at least 15 to 20 years, right? Why is it coming out? Because the Epstein list has been released. That's the reason why. It's like, do you remember when Ghislaine Maxwell was in court? Not one major news outlet was picking it up. What were they talking about instead? Johnny Depp and fucking Amber Heard. That was... Do you see what I mean? It's just a giant distraction. They needed something to okay, we need something to distract from the Epstein client list. Right, post office scandal, let's release that finally. Remember, I've connected this all, guys. ITV works for the UK Press Authority. Remember, that ITV is one of the gatekeepers. I've proven that on my show. I can go through it tonight again, just for people, just to wake people up to because I'm showing people the dots, but they're not connecting them. Do you know what I mean? So they've allowed ITV to commission that. That was probably all ready to go, waiting for some to distract from some bigger scandal. They've released that, and then coincidentally, so I was watching GB News the other day. First time ever I watched it. I was in a hotel room, had it on for an hour. Wow, what a load of gobshite! I can't believe people actually genuinely think that is. It's better than nothing. Well, no, nothing is better actually. So I was speaking to one guy. I said to him that within 1 hour, mate, these were the stories in 1 hour. 1 hour was two no marks presenters during the day. They were angry that whoever hosted the Golden Globes the other night, again another no mark loser comedian who's no Ricky Gervais, basically besmirched the Queen, besmirched the royal family. He said a joke, not a very good, just an okay one. He just said, what was it? He's talking about there's a new show, it's about organised crime family and blah blah blah. Anyway, enough about the Crown. That was a joke, and it's true as well. But GB News were offended. Oh, I can't believe they spoke against the royal family like that. So basically, they're pro monarchy. First of all, next thing was they had two Tory MPs on. It's just become a government party. GB News is worse than all of them. Say what you want about LBC, say what you want about all of these, right? GB News is literally a governing party, i.e. Tory party broadcast service. That's all it is. There are two Tory MPs on, Bob O'Neill and Sean Bailey, now a Lord Sean Bailey. So it just shows that that's the standards of being a Lord nowadays are just piss poor. Just Sean Bailey is a Lord. Talking bollocks, going on about a post office scandal, and then all they're doing is blaming Ed Davies. So this is another sort of bonus for the Tory party. We'll release it now, and also we can shit on the Lib Dems. Because, so at the time, back in the coalition government with Cameron's Tories and, what was his name? Nick Clegg, when he was deputy prime, when he was the leader of the Lib Dems. So the coalition, they put the post office minister, Ed Davies, who's now the current Lib Dem leader, right? They put him as the post office minister. And they've probably done that on purpose. Because that was like a poison chalice. Little did Ed Davies know, or any other Lib Dem, that will come out eventually. So he was essentially the future fall guy as he is today. So they put him there, and then all they do is just shit on Ed Davies, going, well, he was the post office minister at the time. It's like, yes, but it was a Tory government. There was Tory government. There was literally like 15 Lib Dem MPs that joined that coalition government. The rest of them were all Tories. End of the day, the buck stops with the Prime Minister at the time. That's a Tory Prime Minister. So they won't mention that. See, this is the way they try and trick you guys, you know what I mean? Because the reason why they're attacking the Lib Dems, because you look at every single by-election since 2019, a lot of them, the Lib Dems have taken the seat. So they're a bit fearful of the Lib Dems now, because they're worried that they're going to take a lot of people in high Tory areas. People won't vote Labour, but they'll settle for a Lib Dem candidate. and that's the reason why they're attacking Ed Davies. So it's all a total psyop, it's all a con, and they're all looking to con you all. That's what, and GB News promotes that. So it's a very sophisticated psyop, but it's not even, I don't think it's sophisticated, all I can see through it but that was all within an hour. And then going on about, what's his name? The guy who died of COVID, apparently. What was his name? And he was like the linchpin for New Labour. And you've got Tory people on there going, yeah, he was a great guy, yeah, gushing over the New Labour linchpin, which was like one of the worst murderous governments ever. But the thing is, it doesn't matter with the Tories now, because the Tories are a New Labour party. You have to understand that. So essentially, now that Jeremy Corbyn is no longer the leader of the Labour Party, there are technically three. Really, every party in Parliament is a New Labour party. Because what they did was they copied the model. They couldn't believe that Tony Blair kept winning election after election, and then eventually gave it to Gordon Brown. So they went, we need to follow a successful model. And that model is being basically New Labour. So you've got all New Labour parties in the, definitely Tory and Keir Starmer, definitely. Tories and Keir Starmer, they're definitely New Labour parties. Probably Lib Dems as well, I've not really properly looked into them. So they're trying to copy that model because it worked on the unsuspecting public. So, yeah, it's all bullshit, long COVID, yeah, bullshit. He's probably murdered by his wife. So, Richard Tice is weaker than fucking water, mate. He's wetter than water. And he's a total shill. He's just basically saying, I'm a new late. He's trying to be like Tony Blair as well. Do you know what I mean? Like in 97. Yeah, they ain't getting nowhere, mate. Reform's getting nowhere. I think even Farage is looking to ditch reform, mate, and he's the president of the fucking party. He's the lifelong president of the party. Dictator supreme. So that's what I'll be talking about later. It's a total scam, the whole thing. Post office scandal is just being used to cover up the Epstein list. That's all it is. They couldn't give a fuck about those postmarks. Like I said, guys, I'm telling you, the state is your enemy. They could not give a shit about those, but they knew for years that all of those sub postmasters were wrongfully. Everyone knew. It was an open secret. But it's like, how can we use this to our advantage? So fuck whether they're in prison, fuck if they committed suicide, fuck all that, don't give a shit about that. That's what they care about. Right, how can we use this to our advantage? So people can stop looking into Epstein. Because there's Sleepy Joe. If I was to speak to this bloke right now, carrying the dog, alright mate, do you know who Jeffrey Epstein is? Nope, never heard of him. I'm not going to ask him because I just can't bother dealing with these people anymore. Yeah. Hello, morning. I thought I had mental health problems, no least serious from COVID. Bridget 77, Bridget 77, the M, Bright 77, sorry. The M in Bibalese, Legalese. What's with the name 77? What's that all about? Are you in the 77 Brigade? Is this your little cheeky way of going, they won't know? Looking to get diagnosis figures to make the pandemic in COVID worse than it was. Yeah, but I do generally, that post office scandal, I generally do believe that money did go missing. But like I said, guys, you have to start seeing, because Hollywood is part of that system, right? And they want you to think organised crime is like Al Capone and the mafia, and it's all Hollywoodized, and Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. You know, they want you to think that's what money laundering looks like. That's what they want you to think organised crime looks like. The reality is, organised crime is done every day with the state, and it's done in a more civil kind of way. They're the biggest money launderers. They're the ones who have a monopoly on force with their taxation, which is just glorified gang protection money, right? So you have to deprogram yourself. Stop thinking that organised crime is fucking, what is it? What's the film with what is it called? Alcohol prohibition. Sean Connery playing an Irish guy. What's his name? And what's his name? The guy from Waterworld. What's it called, that film again? Gone out of my mind now. It's not a great film at all. It's just average. I'm about to say A Dirty Dozen, but that's a totally different film. What's the film called? The Untouchables. Thank you, Alphabet Cat. Yes, The Untouchables. They want you to think that's what organised crime looks like. So you remember, Hollywoodism is an arm of that, you know, to make you think that things look like that. See, our whole perception of reality is wrong, and you have to deprogram yourself from that. So most of you're thinking of stereotypes and all of that, and they're not. A lot of them are just not true. Look at this. I've never been this way here before. This is where they come and sacrifice the kids for the adrenochrome. Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Let me take a picture of that. Another little Box Hill. Remember I was on Box Hill some months back. Better view, innit? The sun's hidden away. Remember I was in Wye Valley as well. Reminds me of that. I think that's nearby as well, isn't it? Wye Valley. Tell you what, guys, can't beat views like this. Blunt Crusader, Satan has 77 names. Alistair Crowley, is it? Has something to do with 77 on 9/11. Flight 77 was hijacked. Yeah, there's a guy I got to get on. He's all about numbers. He says, "Oh yeah, it's all number related." Come on. Try not to fall, guys. Cool. Something. What's this? Bright something. Yeah, real means something. What? You from the streets? You some road man? Mean something. Delivery. Why? Look what does. Salab mean. In Hebrew, P.S. My year of birth is PT. Okay, man. Sorry, do I need to get the streets here or something to translate that, or Lee Nelson to come here and translate what was just said there? Ali G, perhaps. Sean meaning what? In N am E also delivering 2 3 D's looking for the song like awesome idea is 2, yeah, underscore is 2. Right. And can we get a translator, please? what was just said? Saleb. What? Bright 77, what the fuck are you talking about? What are these messages? Just speak English. Simples, we love you, Sean. What? Bright 77, are you not, I'm just generally inquiring, are you not English? Is that the reason why, or stuff like that stuff? Are you an English-born person, or are you from another land? I'll have some of whatever Bright 77 is on. I'll slip that. Let's say 60%. Yeah, so I must be at this the North Downs, I assume. Go Spoons. Alright, so you're saying actual coverage ticks this bullshit. Fucking nature. ditch this and go down Red Hill Spoons. Yeah. It is. Spoons is nature. You get to see the average man in his habitat, and the natural pub slag in her way as well of getting a man. 4x4 sort of thing. She's got a third kid from a third bloke, but needs 4x4. Needs the fourth bloke to complete the collection of 4 kids from 4 different blokes. Yeah, there is wildlife. I was there last night, funny enough. Someone went, "Come on, Sean, let's get something to eat." I was on me. That was one of Mad Mix's mates. So I went, all right then. I wasn't even hungry. He was like, no, he insisted. So I'm not hungry, mate. I've had something. He goes, no, please. And I went, okay, cool. So I just had like one of those small meals, so yeah, I'll be on tonight at 7 and tomorrow, and then Friday, I don't know, Saturday I'll probably do a live stream in Canterbury for the Yellow Boards thing, and then I'll go into a little event on Sunday, a little get together. Big, well, I say a little, it's actually a big get together in like basically this person's barn in Kent. They have like a freedom meet up once a month, bring your own food, basically a giant picnic sort of thing. They have a few talkers, a few speakers, etc. going on. I think the guy is going to talk about water. It's going to be a guy talking about water, about how important water is, the magic of water, how water communicates with blood and stuff like that, and communicates with positive messages. I don't know. Richard Volves talking about it the other day. When I saw him in Dorking, he was going on about if you write the word hate and write the word love, and then put water droplets on them, and then analyze the water droplets, the one with hate's all like jagged and like, and the one with love is all smooth and whatever. Hey guys, I don't know. Who really knows, mate? Who really knows? Maybe the world's a lot more magical than we think. I've had these for about a year. My Dr. Martens look like fucking Hammer Time shoes because one of the soles is flipped. I had to get some hard, heavy duty adhesive and just spray it on just to keep it closed, but it comes off every now and then. So and I've got just like summer trainers, but they're not good for stuff like this. They just get absolutely soaked. No, you don't need to buy me any shoes, it's fine. I'm going to be getting some soon. Some Dr. Martens. This feels like I've been here before. This isn't Wye Valley, is it? No, of course not. Wye Valley's in Kent. It just looks like that from this look. From this. What size do you think? What size do you think I am, guys? What size do you think foot I am? Size for feet. What do you think I am? Why is it always better weather? Do you know what, guys? I'm convinced I control the weather. Like, what I mean is, Freezer! God, yeah, I used to watch all that Dragon Ball Z stuff, yeah. I remember when Vegeta came back to life on Namek and he was like, and then Frieza saw him alive and he's like, how? I killed you. Are you a ghost? Can a ghost do this, Frieza? Then he gets teleported away before he shoots the beam. Yeah, let's do all those voices, man. Let's do the famous one, you know. It's over 9,000. Nappa's one. Vegeta, what does his power level say? What's the scouter say with his power level? It's over 9,000. What was I saying just before the DBC talk? 10, 9, 8, 9. What was I saying after the foot stuff? Yeah, I'm convinced I control the weather, guys, okay? I can't just go, right, it's going to rain right now. I can't do that, but I think it's linked. It's connected with my subconscious, right? So if I'm feeling happy, if I'm feeling in a good mood or whatever, it will be sunny. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, it's raining. So I'm convinced that I control the weather. Okay? So just don't. If you always make me happy, then it will always be sunny. Okay? Then again, that could be a bad thing. It might kill off crops. So, you know, occasionally I will have to be sad. I'm sorry, guys. I miss the Toonami channel. DBZ was that all the time. Yeah, that was great. Now it's just gotten dumb. That Dragon Ball Super is absolute fucking. Watchtower. Anyway, yeah. So I'll tell you who was right. The shoe size thing. Greg and Hector's house were correct. It's size 9. I got 50% power left, so I'm gonna walk. I don't know how far I'm gonna walk, guys. I didn't know it would turn into this. I thought so. I've only gone as far as that fort. Might as well have a long ass walk, eh? I always try and have a long ass walk, a long walk in the day. Every day I have a long walk. I don't think people should strain themselves. I see people like joggers and stuff. I'm just like, do you know what? I just don't think your body's designed for that, personally. Just for jogging non-stop. I don't think it's a good thing, guys. I think it's actually quite unhealthy for you. Yeah, you lose a lot of weight and stuff, but I just don't think the body's designed for that. I think that things like perhaps brisk walks, I mean, you only run for, you can run obviously, like you do physically run, but it's only meant for short bursts. I think if you constantly have a jogging speed, that is just really bad. I see the body like an engine. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it is quite like an engine as well. It's very much designed by an engineer of some sort. And I just think overrunning that is just, it's just really bad for the vehicle. In this case, your body. Never been into jogging. It's just a strange. Well, I just don't think it's a good idea. I think you just sort of can be in really good shape by doing minimal sort of exercise. I think apparently like the secret to all those Hollywood actors that get in shape is they don't do that much, you know. It's very minimal what they do. They just manage to master the science of it and go, right, if you just do these for half an hour, these quick burst exercises just for a day, obviously change your diet, and that's it, you get into excellent shape. I think it's as simple as that, guy. I don't think there is no, oh, I've got to spend 2 hours in the gym pumping iron. It's like, yeah, I suppose do that if you want to be like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, but obviously that's not a natural look for men. It's a good dog. Yeah. Dog's just sitting there, no complaints. Get around this corner and see how far this goes. So, Brooke, just mate, just catching those messages. Not in modern trainers, I wear barefoot now. I wear barefoot shoes now, and they are so much better. Barefoot shoes? What? Barefoot shoes? Has someone tricked you, like the Emperor's New Clothes? No, these are invisible shoes. Yes, yeah, they're the newest fashion. £100. Yes, my barefoot shoes. Yes. Where else were we? Bright 77's going on about some gibberish again. Can't work it out. So it looks like I'm getting to the road. This might be the end. Oh, getting hot now, guys. Freezing earlier. Okay. Yeah, Sunshine, what up, Frill? Like, what the fuck are you on about? You sounding like a bit unhinged. You're not just like normally. Like I googled them. They are just shoes with a very thin, flat sole to protect your feet, but to maintain the posture evolution provided in your feet. Oh, yeah. Shaped like your feet, so couldn't afford shoes. Squashes your toes. Yeah. That is true. There are aren't there some tribes in like Africa and stuff that, oh, a lot of them are maybe, that don't wear shoes because, and they've built through the generational, birthing through the years, that they've managed to, their feet have adapted so they can walk on hard surfaces. Whereas again, we have lived a pampered lifestyle, having things that we can't afford and things that we can't sustain, like the welfare state, etc. And we've become soft and useless and weak. And if there ever is some kind of catastrophe worldwide, we'd just be fucked, really. No one knows how to build anything. No one knows how to build a house, shelter, no survival skills. This is what I mean. And it's just like society then looks down on plumbers, looks down on carpenters, looks down on sparkies. Oh, they're just engineers, etc. They make it look like shite, but really, they'll be the ones you need if you need to restart our society again. You think a lawyer or a solicitor would be a good thing to have in the apocalypse? Do you think perhaps a doctor, actually, well, it's an NHS doctor, probably not, but do you think, what else they got, what other sort of nonsense, like a data, like a solution finder, things to do with technology? Do you think they'd be useful in out in the wild here? A consultant, business consultant, would they be any good? I can't, I'm not going to walk that because that is so, but it looks like it's shite, so doesn't like lead to anywhere interesting. Oh, they're slippery as fuck. So I'm just going to walk back, guys. Make myself a coffee, perhaps. With all the coffee sachets that I nicked. I mean the complimentary coffee sachets that are in the hotel rooms. And start making my way to the secret location of where I'm going to do the UNN show tonight. So I'll be on this YouTube channel will be live again at 7. But do follow UNN's Rumble. We had David Knight on the other day. It's quite the guy I used to work with, Alex Jones. They fell out big time because see, David Knight has standards. You see, he actually has principles. It's quite interesting what he was telling David Clues. He was just like, well, what happened? What happened? Because he left Info. Well, I think he was fired from InfoWars, or maybe he left just before he was fired because he was rightfully criticising Trump when it was needed to be. But you see, the problem is, guys, there is a big market for MAGA. Make America great again. There's a big market for that. If you shill MAGA and you're a YouTuber, you will get big views. You'll get big following. And you will get big revenue income from either donations or if you choose to monetize your YouTube channel with ads, you will make big money on it. Alex Jones knows that, so that's why he continued to shield for Trump. That's the real reason. That's what David Knight revealed. He said that because he said they had a chat one time in the studio, and he said, right, well, in 2015 or whatever, or just before he was elected, Trump. And he said, what are we going to do with Trump? And David Knight just simply said, well, when he does good, we'll praise, and when he does bad, we'll criticise. Why? And then Alex Jones apparently just looked at him and went, right, okay. And he just walked off. Because that's not the answer he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear, let's just shill for Trump, bring in big money. A lot of the people, you look at people like Maya Tousey, Tommy Robinson, it's profitable to shill for Israel. It is not profitable to shill for Palestine. Not that I'm saying choose a side. If anything, don't choose a side, because that's just being part of that matrix again. Like I said with Russia and Ukraine, don't choose sides. It's not. You simply say, I am anti-war. The end. And you recognise Israel's war crimes, their genocide, or their ethnic cleansing. I'm going to play a video later of Julie Hartley Brewer on Talk TV, another total fucking tyrant, total bitch, of her basically going, oh, if only those people in Gaza and Palestine, if only they just move. We won't, people say the word ethnic cleansing, but that's not the right word to use. They just simply, we just want to move them. That's literally ethnic cleansing. It's a war crime, right? So you've got these psychos because it's profitable. It's profitable to shill. It's profitable to shill for Trump. It's profitable to shill for Israel, which is really one and the same thing. So you've got people. That's why you've got to be very suspicious of people who shill for those two things, because they probably know that, and they will look the other way, and it's only because they want to make money. That's all it's about. Yeah, Trump was king of the vax. Go get the vax, the greatest invention. I'm the father of the vaccine. All of that. PJW as well, yeah. Yep, we have lost ancient knowledge. Blunt Crusader, totally true. Yep, Shapiro as well, Bright 77, yeah, total. I just think he's at this point, I just think he's an asset now for Israel. I mean, yes, he's obviously a Jewish guy, very pro-Israel, but I think it might be even more than that. I think he generally might be some sort of Mossad asset. Yeah, he's just a horrible little man, is Ben Shapiro. Horrible. Little gobbling, little warmongering psycho. That's why I'm loving that. See, what they did was they hired Candice Owens because she was the hot topic. She was the You know, they thought, oh, this will be money. You know, like, oh, we get candy sewing. A lot of the black community, you know, and I imagine Superior generally, because a lot of sort of the Zionist sort of people, not Jewish specifically, but you know, because there are Jewish people who do believe that the state of Israel should not exist, etc. So it's not all Jewish people; it's specifically Zionist people. And Zionist people don't need to be Jewish either. But, like, Ben Shapiro probably just hates black people. Do you know what I mean? Because they've got this sort of belief that they are the racial superior sort of people. It's quite funny how the whole thing with, like, the whole Nazis and stuff, of them thinking that they're the supreme race. Because for many, many centuries and more, it's the Zionist people who generally thought that they were the chosen people, the supreme people. They look down on all non-people as just scum. But they thought, oh, we can make money. And make power. We can make money. So we'll get candy sewing. The girls then, they'll be watched then. Black people will watch the Daily Wire. And now it's flipped. Now they brought in, and she's just like, yeah, Israel, bunch of fucking warmonger, bunch of war criminals. Oh, I'm loving it. And he's just getting owned every day. Because you just can't defend it. It's just no way you can defend that. Ukraine and Russia about, Russia, if they turn off the gas supply and the heating supply, etc., to the food supply to Ukraine, and that's a war crime. The UN recognises that's a war crime. Well, okay, well, let's now apply that logic then to what Israel's doing to Gaza. They've turned off. They turned off all their utility supplies. So okay, let's just use that logic then. Oh, we don't talk about that. Oh, it's okay when that happens though. That's okay. Okay. You don't have to be a Nazi to hate Zionists. No, you don't. Yeah, but Nazis are a fucking joke as well. I mean, it's even like people say that was. I mean, you look at stuff like see, this is just funny, right? So the Azov Battalion, right? The Ukraine, the super neo-Nazi battalion. It's almost like a mercenary group. You know what Ukraine does? It incorporates private kind of armies, private mercenary groups into their ranks. They basically hire them. Sort of like people know Game of Thrones. It's like when people hire the Golden Company or the Second Sons, etc. They're mercenary outfits, right? It's similar to that. So the Azov Battalion neo-Nazis. Guess you never guess. Guess what ethnic or religious individual is the main benefactor, the main money supplier to the Azov Battalion? What do you think? Go on, guys, tell me what you think. Who do you think? What religious / cultural, whatever you want to call it, or race or whatever, who do you think run the Azov Battalion? Go on, guess. And this is fact. This is like, even Imagine Noirs have spoken about this. It's all there in like plain sight. No, not Catholics, no. Come on, guys, what do you think? What's the clown world we live in? Come on, who do you think of? So a neo-Nazi outfit, who's the last people you think would run it? Go on. Clown world, remember, we're in clown world. Oh, exactly. It's a Jewish gentleman who is the main benefactor to the Azov Battalion, a neo-Nazi thing. So you're thinking, how the fuck, what? Because, in my opinion, so that's fact. You can check that yourself, guys, right? So, if you have the neo-Nazi Azov Battalion that's run by a Jewish guy, is it then so hard to believe when people say Hitler was basically controlled by Zionist sort of individuals and outfits? Is that so hard to believe now? It's all just psyop upon psyop, guys. And the reason why I think the Azov Battalion are so cartoonishly neo-Nazi. They're almost like cartoon characters. They're like Cobra or something, right? It's because I think personally what they want to do is they want to keep up that perpetual victimhood mentality of we're the victims. Oh, look, there's Nazis there. Look. I reckon most neo-Nazi organisations around the world, the ones in America, all of that, I reckon that they're all secretly run by sort of Zionist sort of outfits in order to perpetuate that and this constant state of victimhood. Oh, we need protection. Oh, America, protect us, please. Look, we're victims again. We're victims. It's like the equivalent of you have a girlfriend and she's constantly getting you into fights. She goes, oh, beat him up, baby. He looked at me. He tried to chat me up. Beat him up, baby. Go on. That's how they use America. Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here. So like I said, it's very profitable to shill MAGA and shill for Israel. You will not get anywhere with if you don't. In terms of alternative media, you will not get anywhere. There might be one or two breakthrough people, but that's it. But you see, that's the problem. I've always said that honesty is not profitable in terms of materialistic sort of goods and money. But personally, I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't really give a shit about money, really. Like I said, the lifestyle I live, it's not one that is materialistic. But you know what? It's the best years of my life, these last 3 years. So, and the year and a half I've been doing van life is even better. Even there, that's the pinnacle of it, of those 3 years. I mean, right now there's people in shitty jobs in offices right now doing a job that they hate. That job that they hate, that they work hard for, then gets sucked off by taxation, siphoned off by the state, and then it funds everything that you hate then. So why do people do you know what's crazy, guys? I was having a dream last night, and it wasn't as much as a dream as it was a memory that I had years ago when I was in school, secondary school, right? And it just shows just how wafer thin really the power, the grip that they have on us. It's such a light grip that they have, right? And this one time in school, there was a teacher. He was a right arsehole, and he wanted us to do this bullshit like thing, I can't remember what, and for whatever reason, everyone just coincidentally was having a bad day, or whatever it was, all the students were having a bad day in that class, including myself, and we were just in the mindset of, I'm not taking any bullshit today. Any other day, we would just do as we're told, right? But there might be some one-off people who go, no, fuck off, or whatever. But what happened was, everyone just was in a bad mood and just like, I'm not today. And this teacher said something. He says, right, you got to do all this. And you know what happened? A couple of guys, because the whole class just got up and left. There was nothing that he could do about it. If it was one or two, yes, he could do something about it. But the entire class just got up and went, do you know what? I'm not in the fucking mood for this today. And everyone just got up and just walked straight out. And I was thinking, wow, I had that dream last night. It was like a memory. And I was thinking, wow, if only everyone in society, or at least a significant, and it wasn't the whole school, it was just a classroom. It was just a classroom. It wasn't the whole school. So only about like what 5% of that school just got up and went, you know what? Nah, I ain't dealing with this today. Everyone just left, and there was nothing they could do about it. Strength in numbers. If only people, I was thinking, if only people in society would just go, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to pay this anymore. And there's just fuck all they could do about it, guys. And I was just thinking, when's it going to get to that point, I wonder? Will it ever get to that point where people are just so ingrained and so terrified, so fearful that they can never be in that mindset? Has the conditioning been so strong that they dare not do it? They're worried about a fucking bailiff turning up on their door. That really is... Even Richard Volz said it the other day, it's the end of the day, guys, it's unenforceable. It's only if you allow it to happen, then it happens. So if a bailiff turns up and goes, I want 500 quid, and your fearful mind gives the 500 quid to him, then you've done that. He hasn't done anything. You've done it. You mean you have the power to say no, and there's fuck all they can do about it. It is unenforceable. Doesn't matter if they got like something from the court or whatever. It's unenforceable. If you're the one doing it. You're the one consenting to it. So at the end of the day, it's your fault. There's nothing. It's all fear tactics, guys. And I just thought, wow. And I've totally forgotten about that memory until I dreamt about it. Isn't that crazy? It's like my mind. It's like my soul, my spirit wanted me to remember this. And I woke up to that. And I was just like, wow, totally forgot about it. Years ago I was in school uniform and everyone just walked out. There's fuck all they could do about it. And I remember another time as well, I was at work. Years and years ago, when and all of the there was about 100 people in the office. So I was one of the managers. And there were 100 workers. There was about 4 managers, and then, we all sectioned up and whatever. And then one guy got suspended for something or whatever it was. One guy got suspended, and then suddenly, I don't know, it wasn't me who suspended, it was another manager. And then all of a sudden, the floor was empty. We were like, where the fuck is everyone? And what they'd done is, they'd all just gone up to the canteen and they all just sat down and they said, and then no one spoke, and then someone made it noted. It wasn't even the union rep went, the union reps are controlled up, by the way, guys. Don't never trust union reps, right? They're fucking scum, right? They're just put there. All the big unions are controlled, right? They're put there by the state to make you think there's some opposition going on. There's nothing going on, right? They're fucking plebs, these union rep people, right? They're scum. They're the worst sort of scum as well. No union rep went, I don't know what's going on. I've not done this. And they all just sat up and they just made it clear that till you unsuspend that bloke, we won't be coming down. The whole office. And there was fuck all, absolutely fuck all, that the top manager, area manager could do about. And they just said, no, well, we're going to have to suspend us all then, mate. You can't suspend them all because the job's got to be done. You can suspend 1 or 2 people. You can spend like no more than 5 people, but after that, if you don't do it, that's it, it's done. No union involved, nothing. If people want to do something in the future, do not let it be controlled by unions. They're all controlled up people. And that was it. And they had to unsuspend the guy, and that was it. Went back downstairs then, all of them. And that just showed me, you know what I mean? That's what. So no officialdom, no committee meetings, because when all those fucking retards who went on strike in all the rails and everything. And then what's happening in closed doors, because I used to be part of those meetings, is that dodgy deals are going on. The union reps are getting to the top, not the local union rep, the top union reps, like Dave Ward, let's say, the CWU, let's say, for example, they're all getting nice, cushy little backhanders in those negotiations. They're all total scams, guys. If the bottoms up people just go, nah, we're not doing it. No, there's no leader, nothing. So so they can't bribe that person or compromise them if they've got a dodgy past or whatever. That's it. And that's what's got to be done. You've got to tell all the unions to fuck off. You're all corrupt scum. Don't want to deal with you lot. We're going to do this ourselves. And that's it. And there was nothing they could do about it, guys. So what's it going to take, guys, let me just ask you guys individually, what's it going to take for you guys to do something like that? Like, when does it get bad enough? So now at this moment, you've got high inflation, you've got a cost of living, you've got mass immigration now of 1 million a year, everything's getting shitter. You've now got if you want to go to London, you don't have a ULEZ compliant car, you have to pay £12.50. What's it actually going to take? Tell me the breaking point. I just want to know where the limit is set for people individually. When is it that you, as an individual, go, right, something's got to be done? I assume it will be money related to you personally, because unfortunately that's the sad reality of the world. Most people will be up in arms about a £12.50 charge rather than a dangerous new experimental big pharma jab going into your child's arm. You'll be more likely to get up for the £12.50. That's the sad reality of it, guys. So I just want to know, what are people's breaking point? Does anyone have a limit? Or is it just, we're just being sleepy Joes and just sailing through this into the rocks? Yep, here's a pin drop. See, that's the thing, guys. I get quite annoyed with these live streams really now, because it just feels like this is just more for entertainment. The whole point of this was to try and wake people up, but now it's just become like a reality TV show, and it feels like I'm a fictional character. Because I think for some sort of strange reason, you guys have got political Stockholm syndrome, where your captor, which is just your own people, isn't foreign people, it's your own people, state officials, etc., is that no matter what they do to you, you guys just see them as a necessity or a necessary means. And you're friends with them, and you'll speak to them, and all of this. It's a bizarre kind of mentality. And that's why I think a lot of people, like actual coverage was on the stream earlier, he's done with it. A lot of other live streamers, they're done with it, because they did it not just to report on stuff, but because they want to try and wake people up. We need a tax revolt. Chaos now. But it's actually kind of scary as well, because we're at this point now where, so a lot of you probably, I've seen the sort of analytics, a lot of you guys are older, a lot of you born in the 60s, maybe 70s, and you've lived through, see, with me personally, I don't remember it as well. I was born in the late 80s, right? So I only really remember, my adult life from the early 2000s, when it was already kind of shit, where you guys have lived, and you have living memory of it being, this country has radically changed from the 80s, let's say, to where it is now. Probably some of you, maybe 70s, you might remember. And yet, people just sit down and do fuck all. And it's kind of scary, because if it gets to the point that, that there's just open paedophilia, there's just, open, just no cash, everyone's just Like, I can imagine no one, like, there's actually a scary thought of me, like, people fucking going to food banks and queuing up. There'd be something like fucking Soylent Green or something, some sort of situation like that. And people just sit there and do fuck all. It's actually scary. Really, really scary, as some people are just going to sit there and take that and actually know all of the knowledge that, you know, a lot of people have told them. It's very, very scary. It's like zombies. It's like zombies from Dawn of the Dead, just walking around, and they're just not getting affected by anything. So, but like I said, I think the solution is Richard Volz came up with it. We just go away, we do our own thing. We can't save this society. This society's dead. It's like it's got aggressive cancer everywhere in the whole body, and it's just you can't change it. It's gone. It's a foregone conclusion. So that's why I'm doing my thing. I'm living an unconventional lifestyle, making networks, and we just do our own thing. We hang around with our own kind of tribe, our own kind of people, set up farms secretly, just do our own thing. Because if it does come, guys, and you've not made those connections and done those things, you ain't gonna be welcome on those farms. I'm not being funny. If someone comes up to me and goes, "Oh yeah, I'm one of your regular YouTubers," I'm like, "Okay, so what have you done for the last 3 years?" "I've just watched you." "Oh well, I'm sorry, mate. We sort of need people who are doers, not just watchers." So, just saying, guys, you know, I'm being honest here. There ain't room at the inn. You could only so many spaces on a farm or whatever. Where have you been? I'll be like that. Where have you been? What have you been doing? How have you benefited any of this? Anyway, guys, I got to head off. I got stuff to do. It's just food for thought, guys. So I'm on later. It's 7 p.m, guys. So take care. Have a good day. Let me just watch on Rumble. We're trying to build a Rumble channel, but you can watch on D Live as well. Take care, guys.